an aspiring lawyer, he desires to be an eloquent speaker, and Toastmaster is helping him to achieve that goal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. At the risk of how wrong it might sound, Toastmaster Ajandev, after hearing your speech, I've developed a little infatuation towards you. Again, I've told you at the risk of how it might sound. Level 2 Project 3, and the purpose I had read out, it was to bring out how Toastmaster envisions mentorship. So Toastmaster Ajandev, there are 3 things that I loved about your speech that turned out to be a little brilliant. And the first one was how you brought out the purpose of the speech objective. How beautifully and easily and flexibly you brought out the speech objective. The speech objective was to bring out how mentorship happens in the Toastmasters field. And you brought out it with an analogy from family, that is parents and siblings. And it made it very easy for an audience, including a common person who might be a guest here, for them to understand with the help of this analogy of how Toastmaster mentorship works. So that analogy is what made your speech very easy to understand. So that was a very good thing on your part. And the second thing is about the transitions part. So you started off with a good question and people responded to it. And I think there were some jokes also in the beginning. And then you moved on to explain about parents, how parents mentor the children. And then about siblings, and then slowly you came out to how mentorship happens at Toastmasters. And then again, a call to action, a conclusion. So the transitions were smooth, and I was able to follow along with whatever you were saying. And again, to repeat, the call to action, it was very specific, it was very explicit in nature. 2 call to actions were there. One for the new Toastmasters, budding Toastmasters who are there, for them to, I wrote it down, to find it here, to make mistakes, to laugh at the mistake, to ask questions to mentors, to connect with mentors, and for the people who have been at Toastmasters for a quite long time, for them to mentor the new people. So that was a very good call to action. And again, your body language was purposeful in nature. So a lot of times people's body language, they just throw body gestures like anything. But yours was purposeful in nature. It was in alignment with what you were trying to say. So that was a very good thing on your part. So coming on to the things which you could have worked upon, which you could have done better, is you could have personalized your speech a bit. So what I felt is you did not give enough examples, not even one proper adequate example of how mentorship helped you personally. And why does it matter? Because when you share personal examples, people find you credible. Oh, this fellow himself has benefited out of Toastmaster mentorship, which means Toastmaster mentorship is something good, and they'll develop a positive attitude towards that. So personalization of your speech would have helped a bit. And the second thing is, of course, your transitions were very brilliant. There was a specific transition. So you spoke about your family, your siblings, and then suddenly you came out to Toastmasters. You didn't give us a warning sign that now I am going to explain about Toastmasters and how this mentorship here with the family applies to Toastmasters. There I was a little taken aback. It was something very aberrant and something very fast. So other than that, the speech was really amazing. To conclude or to summarize, the purpose was achieved, the call to action was explicit, and the transitions were brilliant. And again, only one thing, you would have personalized it to make it a little bit more credible. Thank you, over to you.